welcome. Think we're live? You know, one day I'll be able to figure it out, like, immediately. Yeah, we should. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this live stream, we're going to talk about pretty much everything that happened this week. There was a lot of stuff. Obviously, Disney Plus Day was today. Boy, what a bummer, at least in my opinion. We have Halo Infinite releasing potentially 3 weeks early. That's interesting. John Campea was Spider-Man. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that kind of behind... Huh? No, maybe he'll give a notification eventually. I don't know. Pretty sure. Well, it could just be one of those late notification days. So I'll just start talking. Well, first I want to talk about Halo. I made a video earlier today on 4 different leakers, I believe. One of them, I think, is a data miner. And they were talking about Halo Infinite releasing on Monday, which is going to be interesting. Obviously, that's Xbox's 20th anniversary stream. I hopefully will be co-streaming. I think I will be. And that would be quite a thing. I mean, I got the computer here. I'd have to just get the controller like ready to rock, and then, I don't know, I'd be ready to go. But I'd be up for that in an instant to be able to play it, 3 weeks early. I think it makes sense. I don't think it's like dumb or anything, because why not? You have it coincide with the Xbox, the Halo Infinite, what is it? The Halo skin. It's a pretty cool Halo-looking Xbox that comes out on Monday. Yeah, it's like well, it is a Halo skinned Xbox, and it looks pretty sweet. Yeah, I know. It's like a custom Halo Xbox. And, what? Christy wants it. Well, that's probably not going to happen. I'll be honest with her. But you got that. You got what's the 20th anniversary live stream just in general, so I think it makes sense. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll give a notification afterwards. What's going on, guys? Predator looks cool. You mean Prey? I think it looks pretty sweet, and I like the it's a Predator prequel, I believe. It's a Halo Infinite Xbox Series S X edition. That's what they call it. It's an edition. No, it's a movie. It looks pretty sweet. Dan, whatever his last name is the guy, right, who's making it. I like him. I followed him on Twitter back like years ago. He seems like a nice guy. Hopefully he knows. There we go. There's the notification. There's the notification. 5 minutes late. Thanks for joining us. YouTube is just so stupid. I got into an argument today. Not an argument. There's actually a guy who I'm not calling it Prey. You don't have to. I won't force you. There's this guy. He's got like 500K subscribers on YouTube. I actually watch him, and I do like him. And he's like a strategy guy, like how to grow your YouTube channel. And he tweeted about like small creators, and I just like tweeted him back, and I was like, YouTube doesn't care about small creators. And him and I got into then he took it where he was like, I said, like, if you think that they care about small time creators, like, that's crazy. And he's like, I don't think I know. And it's like, okay, well, you don't. And then we went back and forth, and he said, like, well, you don't think this is important? It's like, no, YouTube literally doesn't care about people at all. Like, you out of your mind? The stupid dislike, removing the dislike thing. Leave this video a dislike, everybody. Don't leave it a like. Leave it a dislike. Because, no, I will say it. Because, we may not be able to have the dislike button around any longer. It's supposed to go away. Like, it was supposed to go away 2 days ago. Maybe they're keeping it around. So just smash that dislike. Because you're not going to be able to do it for much longer. Or you will. It's just nobody's going to know you did it. I'm hoping to see Wolf Among Us 2 at the Game Awards. I don't know if it's going to be there. Yeah, I'm actually kind of conflicted because I want to make a video on Wolf Among Us 2, but most of the time I make a video on that game, it doesn't do good at all. And I kind of don't want to waste a video when it's just going to suck. I've done that enough. This past week or two, there's been some pretty not well-viewed videos on the channel, so I don't want to just throw a video into the inferno if I don't need to. But I'm hoping greatly. And by the way, if it gets announced or shown again, and if it comes out next year, I will cover it quite consistently. I just don't think there's much of a market for it now, but when the game is like coming and when the game's out, whether it's episodic or not, I'll be covering it because I love Wolf Among Us. What? I love it. I love a lot of games. Aviator, what's up? Well, his name on here is Aviator. They may know him as Aviator. I have this talking woman back here that likes to criticize everything I say. Don't mind her. She's doing a coloring game. But anyway, no, I don't know. Disney Plus Day just didn't do it for me. To be flat out honest with you, I thought that it wasn't over, and then it was. Like, I thought, like, I woke up, and when I woke up, they were, like, in the middle of the announcements that weren't Star Wars or Marvel related. And I was like, cool. This is the part I'm actually into because I want to see if they announce something. And then all of a sudden, that ended. Then they did the Marvel stuff, which was just like, this is coming out next year. This is coming soon. And nobody really knows what soon means anyway. And then you had Star Wars, which was just Obi-Wan, right? There was no Andor, no Ahsoka, no new things, no Mandalorian, no nothing. And I was like, wow, it ended. No trailer for Obi-Wan, no release window, concept art. 4 of which we already got on Thursday, and then the rest we got today. So I don't exactly know what the idea was there. But I think last year's Disney Plus Day was a lot better. Hello, everybody. Talking woman. Well, she's my wife. And she talks. I like that X-Men is back. Yeah, there were some cool ones. Like, that was cool. The Spider-Man animated show seems cool. Moon Knight looks fine. She-Hulk, was it Miss Marvel? Yeah, I don't really... and then they're just announcing this is coming. Echo. Echo's cool. You see that? They're gonna do Daredevil, so that's neat. So we'll see him again. What? Saying whose name? Daredevil. Echo. Oh. Is Christy a shy person? Not really. Echo, please shut up. A lot of Marvel stuff dropped. No, she's just tired. Currently watching Netflix's Red Notice with The Rock. Yeah, I have to. So last week, well, Christy's really she's really changed her tone. Is literally, if you recall, this week went by very fast. You do remember, okay? So let me tell you a story. So last Friday, I was like, I want to watch Red Notice. And Christy's like, I don't want to watch that. I said, fine, I'll go on the computer. So I went on the computer. I tried to find Red Notice. Let's just say not on Netflix, even though we have Netflix. So that may come across weird. So I looked for Red Notice, and I couldn't find it. So I ended up watching Scream. And so that's how I watched MTV's season 1, which, granted, is probably the universe's way, and that actually lined up with me now. Well, I can't say it. Oh, I almost said it. Not going to spoil, but it led to some things, let's just say. Okay, so me watching Scream seasons 1 and 2 did some stuff. So maybe that was the universe's way of getting me there. And then I watched that, and then all of a sudden today's Christy's like, yeah, well, I'll watch Red Notice. I'll watch Dune. Dune she's been all over the place with, but she's like, I'll watch it, and so we'll watch Red Notice hopefully soon. Moon Knight had that weird British accent that every American does. That sounds like Vic Van Dyke. Me too. Everyone keeps saying She-Hulk in Hulk form looks so good. I find the VFX to look terrible from what we saw. Yeah, I really just didn't care. Like, they were images. And, like, Mark Ruffalo was in one. Hulk was in one. And I was like, I don't actually care, like, at all. That's kind of the thing. Like, Disney Plus Day today didn't do anything for, like, maybe the animated Spider-Man thing was, like, the most, and Echo. I just want to see Daredevil back. So that was probably the two. That was, whoops, that was the two. I'll just say Daredevil. So those are the things that I really want. But like, what the heck happened Star Wars wise? Like, that's just pathetic what they did. So I don't know. I wanted to see a trailer. Can we see Darth Vader? Like, not in a blurry image of him sitting at his desk. I liked it, but I would like more. So yeah, half of those Marvel announcements today didn't even interest me. Yep, the X-Men series revival and the first look from Moon Knight and She-Hulk was cool. Yeah, and the X-Men thing is just nostalgia off of the '97 thing. So like that's just nostalgia baiting. I wasn't gonna watch Red Notice, but I was bored. Oh, you watched it? Oh, you said me too. Yeah, I'm excited. I want to watch it. I still have to watch it. We probably will. We got to watch that. We got to watch Dune. Shang-Chi is now out on Disney Plus, so maybe I'll get around to that. Bond, I think, comes out on video on demand soon. I don't really want to watch that, but maybe I will. Venom, I will continue to wait and watch it eventually. Yeah, so really that's like 5. We got a lot. I want to watch some of the Spider-Man movies again too before No Way Home. So we got a lot to watch. And then December, like we talked about like 2 weeks ago, December's insane in terms of what's happening. Make sure you all leave a like or a dislike on the video. Helps the engagement out. D23 Expo next week. Probably more news on Star Wars and MCU, I'm guessing. Wait, it is? What? Oh, I don't care about. I called that actually. The D23 Expo is next week. I didn't know that. That's where they announced Pirates 5. Wonder if that. I'll have to look into that. I just want more Hulk and for him to be better than what we've seen. Well, I don't really think that's gonna. I don't think they're gonna be able to pull that one off. Hopefully they announce the World War Hulk movie soon. Yeah, I'd like that. You started streaming when I got halfway through the film. Well, I won't take you away from it. Sup, man? What's going on, buddy? I'm 55 minutes into Red Notice. I'm 56. Oh, my God. I'm stopping people from watching Red Notice. Well, to be fair, the movie's been out for a week, right? A full week? So, more than a week. I think it came out last Wednesday. So that's not really my fault so much as it is your fault. No, but, yeah, I want to watch Red Notice just as, like, some mindless thing. But at the same time, you know, I've been playing Forza on and off. Scarlet Nexus, I'm getting there. I got 2.5 phases left of the first playthrough. I've played quite a bit of it. Played like 14, 15 hours. So it'll probably take me like 20 or so hours to beat the game, and then I got to replay it as Kasane because I played as Yuito first. So I got like, you know, like what do I do in my free time? Do I do Scarlet Nexus? Or do I watch these movies that really, to be fair, I'm not interested in, like, any of them. Like, like, even Dune, which I've just heard great things on, I don't really care too much if I've seen it or not, like, right now. So it's kind of like, do I want to watch that, or do I want to play Scarlet Nexus? It's a tough life. It's a tough, and then next Friday, you got Battlefield, which I'll be live streaming on the channel, and I can't wait for Battlefield. It's written and directed by the guy who did Skyscraper and Dodgeball. No way. Christy and I were just talking about Skyscraper last week. Last Friday. Yeah. With Nev Campbell and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. It came out on Netflix last night. Wait, what? I thought it already came out. Red Notice just came out? Is that why it wasn't available last Friday when I went to look? I swore it came out last week. Oh, well, that explains a lot. How is it? Well, the critics despised it, but the critics are idiots. So I haven't seen a good movie in a minute. Yeah. The Demon Slayer movie was great, but do you even consider that a movie? I guess. I went to see Scream again, so that's a movie of 25 years ago. Yeah, no movies really made an impact on me recently. Dune, I haven't seen. So yeah, I don't know. Quiet Place 2 was fine, but it was one again without being as good. It was not great. Halloween, yeah, don't even get us started on Halloween. Suicide Squad, let's not talk about. Godzilla versus Kong, let's not talk about. Zack Snyder's Justice League is still probably my favorite movie of the year. Like by a lot. Well, what else has been better? Nothing. We just said it. Quiet Place. Eternals and Shang-Chi. Oh, Black Widow. Black Widow was fine. Yeah, I don't really know. So I mean, really, it's and like Ghostbusters, I wanna like, but I really just have zero interest in it. And Spider-Man, I mean, I cannot wait. Spider-Man needs to end the year on a positive. Let's be real here. No, well, it went to theaters in America last week. Oh, it was in theaters. Have you played Forza Horizon 5? Yes. So on tomorrow's Save Point podcast, which I know few people watch, but I did a review of Forza on that channel. Just kind of talked about, not even necessarily a review. I mean, I called it that, but I kind of just talked about my thoughts. I love it a lot. There's a lot of weaknesses, but like the strengths are top tier, top of the game. And then the rest is just kind of there, but there's really no reason to not play it. You know what I mean? You got to play it, I think, especially if you have Game Pass. So I'm loving Forza. After watching Dune, I bought the 6-book set of Dune. Oh, my God. The film is just kind of mediocre so far. Every main character has daddy issues. Oh, my God. Mitchell versus Machines is way better. Oh, I heard about that. I know that they made a game that also came out this year on that. Ryan Reynolds is the highlight as always. His back gonna hurt after this because he's carrying the movie. But it doesn't. He kind of plays the same role in everything, which is, I guess, fine. What did you just say? Keanu Reeves is like quite a man. Yeah, he needs to. Not gonna lie, Marvel's doing great work with the movies and animated series for 2022 so far. Yeah, maybe that's the best. No. I'm going to like Disney Plus, like WandaVision. I don't think has aged well. It's doing great with not with movies. I don't agree with movies, but that's my opinion and your opinion. Oh, 2022. Yeah, that's different. I mean, like WandaVision was good. Loki was good. Loki was the best one. Winter Soldier, Falcon. Really, I don't care at all, especially now. That one's aged bad. No, I wouldn't say the last episode was like amazing. The last episode? I don't know. I'm just not into it. Godzilla vs. Kong and Halloween Kills are the worst movies I've ever seen. Wait. Oh, reviews. Wait. Godzilla vs. Kong and Halloween Kills are the worst reviews I've ever seen on this site. My stuff? I don't think they're the worst reviews. I think I gave plenty of reason. And actually, the Halloween Kills one, like, it got big on the second channel. Like, a lot of people watched. People liked it. Or people liked my review. Man, looking forward to Spider-Man and Morbius. Same. Not necessarily Morbius, but I mean, whatevs. Scream comes out 2 weeks before. That's the big one for me. Uncharted comes out like 2 weeks after. The MCU are slowly adding Netflix characters, but I have a feeling they'll be written poorly compared to their Netflix show. Yeah, I don't think Daredevil coming back will be... Like, Season 1 of Daredevil, you really cannot beat it. I also think Season 1 of Jessica Jones is, in my opinion, unpopular opinion, Season 1 of Jessica Jones is the best of the Netflix ones. Better, in my opinion, than Daredevil Season 1. However, I've only watched both once, and I've watched like the remaining seasons of them as well. So maybe if I went back to watch them, I'd think Daredevil was better, but I always have thought Jessica Jones Season 1 was better than Daredevil, but they're both very close, and they're both very good. And then I like the final season of Daredevil. Jessica Jones just went straight. I mean, did it have 3 seasons? That show went so downhill so quickly, it wasn't even funny. I can't believe how bad it got. Maybe it got away from what it, tried to do. Ryan Reynolds does play the same character, but it's so perfect that I'm okay with it. Yeah. I agree. Alex, when do you know when Demon Slayer Season 2? I believe December 5th, the Sunday. The first Sunday of December, I think, is episode 1 of season 2. Well, but here's the thing. I don't actually think it's technically called episode 1 of season 2 because the, what's it called? The Mugen Train is 7 episodes, and I think technically that is season 2. So, like, you got those 7, and it's like episode 8. So I don't necessarily even know. Yeah, but I do believe it's called season 2, episode 1 through 7 is the Mugen Train arc, and then 8 would be the as an entertainment district arc, I think is called. So that's what the next one is. So, but I think it's the first Sunday of December, unless it's delayed by a week, which it could be delayed because one of the Mugen Train episodes was delayed, in which case it would be the 12th. Well, you can't beat any season of Daredevil. They were all good, and I liked season 3 a lot, but I just feel like the sentiment is that it went down. But I don't know. I completely agree with you on Jessica Jones. It definitely showed how important the villain was. Oh, yeah. I mean, he was incredible. Season 1 was so good. I loved it. Daredevil showrunners said they don't want to work with Marvel again, so that's not a good sign. Great. Season 2 Daredevil wasn't perfect, but the first 4 episodes are. Yeah, I'd have to go rewatch it. Maybe I will. And not that I need anything more to watch, because I just talked about what I haven't watched yet. But, with the Punisher. Yeah, Punisher was great. Punisher season 1 I loved. I liked season 2. I guess is the sentiment that also sucked. I don't know. I liked it. I liked the girl who appeared in Scream Resurrections, the only good part of that. So she's cool. When you played Guardians, did you hit any bugs? And if so, how frequently? I've given up. Wow, what? No, well, what are you playing it on? First question. Secondly, I didn't. I played it on PS5. Oh, yes. So I hit a bug. I don't think this is spoiling. I hit a bug when you have to go through the fog caves towards the end. Not really at the end. It's more like 4 or 5 hours until the end. You have to go through caves and like you hear things and you have to pick what you hear, and then those enemies attack you in like ghost forms. That part, I glitched it where I could not advance. So I had to quit and restart, and it worked. So, yes, that was a bug that annoyed the heck out of me because it literally it didn't break the game. Was there a time when I couldn't use like my powers or something? I feel like there could have been one other one. But in terms of like major bug, that the cave one is the one that really stands out. John Bernthal was born to be the Punisher. He was. Wonder there was no Disney Plus Day if we had Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. I know. I mean, I didn't think Disney Plus Day was all that impressive. I'm doing good, King J. How about you, buddy? I'm playing it on PS5 as well. Yeah, I didn't. No, I played it. I played it before. This is not to gloat. This is just to be accurate. I played it before the day 1 patch. They said in the review, or in the notes, which I think I'm allowed to say, that. Well, actually, they said in the notes I wasn't supposed to say a lot of things, which is kind of weird. But one of the things they did say was, like the day 1 patch will fix a lot of the stuff as well. No, it's not. No, they've been around forever. I know who it is. Because Stanley passed away 3 years ago. Oh, yeah. I can't believe it's only been 3 years because it feels like longer. Not everyone will encounter bugs or even the same ones. Yeah, I agree. It kind of sucks. Sir Axis, what's up? Disney Plus is the worst streaming service that there is. It's got its positives, and it's also got its negatives. Obviously, it's built up by the backing of the major franchises in terms of, like, original content. Yet again, now I'm no Netflix connoisseur, but I don't really think many of Netflix's... I mean, for every big Netflix original, like Squid Game, or when they did the Marvel stuff, or say like 13 Reasons Why. The first season of 13 Reasons Why was like the biggest thing in the world at the time, right? But for every one of those, you have like 100 that just come out and like nothing. That doesn't mean people don't watch them though. So that's what's tough. So I don't despise Net. I mean, I despise Netflix for other reasons, but you know, I think they know what they're doing. That's for sure. Did you get to play the GTA trilogy, and how is it? I have not yet, but I've seen some stuff, and I'm not very happy with it because it looks like it's just a port, some of it, and not a remaster. But that's just my opinion and what I've seen other people say. Finished Kana yesterday. Good game. Very good game. I actually kind of feel sorry, or I don't feel sorry. I feel mad at myself because sometimes when I think back to my favorite games of the year, I forget Kana. But I shouldn't, because Life is Strange and Guardians are probably my top two. But then Kana, Ratchet and Clank, and probably like It Takes Two. Those would be like the next tier. And then maybe Returnal and stuff. But Kana, I don't want to forget, because I mean, visually, come on. Gameplay-wise, I can't even believe how good the gameplay of Kana was. But I think the thing that was missing was, I like her, but it took way too long to learn anything about her, and there really was no character growth. But I also kind of get it because of where she is in her life, which I liked the delivery of. So, yeah. Some people would say Apple Plus is the worst. I agree. Apple Plus doesn't really have anything. My issues with these streaming events, like, I don't know what the first one is, and Disney Plus Day, is that it's obvious they're holding back. Like, Disney Plus knows the release dates of Moon Knight and She-Hulk, but not, yeah. Yeah, same thing with Obi-Wan. You don't think they have a trailer by now, or they could have made a trailer for this? Of course they could have. Did you play Scarlet Nexus? Yeah, I had said it earlier. I'm almost done. I got 2.5 phases left of Yuito, and I have to play as Kasane. But I'm loving it. It's a good game. It's not, well, I'd say I love it. I would say it's a good game. I don't think it's my favorite of this kind of genre. Just because the story is more convoluted. It is convoluted, and all of the stories of those kind of games are convoluted, but it's a little bit more so where it's not as impactful. There are character moments that are really good, and Christy mentioned it earlier. Like, if they just told each other things, right, in the beginning, like the first couple times Kasane was trying to kill him, when she stood there with a knife, like, you could just say things. Yeah, you could just say things, and like you wouldn't have half the game. So I kind of get it. I mean, Kingdom Hearts would break down too. But Kingdom Hearts, you do explain everything, and you still need to do stuff. So I don't know. Netflix sucks to me. I love Hulu because they have good anime selections outside of Crunchyroll. Yeah, we use is Hulu what we use for even for hockey? Hulu seems like a very good one. I don't really like any of them, if we're being real. Halo Infinite early releases. Also love your content. Thank you, good sir. Yeah, so to catch anybody up, right? The rumor is that Halo Infinite's multiplayer may release on Monday to coincide with the 20th anniversary live stream, along with the console edition of Halo. That's the rumor. I've seen 4 different people not talk about it. I've talked about it. I've seen 4 different people say they feel really good about it. And I don't know who some of them are, but I know who others are, and I kind of trust them. So hopefully we get to watch the live stream, and then Halo Infinite is out. And I mean, oh my God, I'll play it right away. So I cannot wait. I understand they wanted to keep the original style in a way for the GTA trilogy, but man, it is ugly. Yeah. But then they took some stuff out that's not, what's the word? What would be the word? Not appropriate for the current culture, current times. So, they did the whole thing that everybody always goes to that garbage. So, yeah. So they try to keep it the style of 15, 20 years ago, but also they kind of didn't for some things. It's dumb. To be honest, I find GTA Trilogy good with everything. I mean, they're really good games originally. The issue, though, is, like, what do you like about it? Do you like that you're able to play it again? Or, like, is the remaster good? I have nothing to say. I haven't played it. So. The ending has a good message. Is Scarlet Nexus... Okay, well, I'm excited for the ending, and hopefully I get there within the next 2 days. Is Scarlet Nexus on Game Pass? Yes, that's why I started to play it, and I'm loving it. I lost my hopes about R-rated superhero movies after Venom Let There Be Carnage. I know. I watched the first one back in September, and I liked it a lot for what it was, but, like, it was so clear... I'm sure it was clear 3 years ago, right? Or however many years, that it needed to be R-rated. And, yeah. Love from Canada. Thank you, good sir. I'm part Canadian. My mom is Canadian. I'm a dual citizen. If that happens, I'd lose my mind. Me too. I'm pumped. I really want to play Halo Infinite a lot. I want to play the multiplayer a lot. And if we can play it on Monday, I mean, that'll be Actually, then the issue would be I'd want to live stream it, but I wouldn't. I'm just saying I'd want to. But then, like, next Friday, Battlefield is out. I saw some people say, would they release the multiplayer on Monday knowing Battlefield? Like, some people are playing it right now, right? Because you can play Battlefield today if you got the nice editions, the Ultimate editions. So, like, would they, release Halo on Monday to then have to compete with Battlefield on Friday? I think they're different enough, but I do actually think there could be something to that, so I'm not honestly sure. Are the developers going to make Kingdom Hearts 4? Of course, just not maybe right away. It's either going to be Kingdom Hearts 4 or it'll be a spin-off game, and people kind of feel, they're in their lane, on either or, so I don't know. Just watch your PS5 exclusive list. You never say what your game of the year is, so what is your game of the year? Well, thank you. I wanted to keep it. No, it's not really a secret. Well, Life is Strange, I think, is still my game of the year. Life is Strange, True Colors. Guardians of the Galaxy is right there, though. Guardians made me feel a lot, but I think every time I think of Life is Strange, I'm impressed. Because and maybe it's because I set low expectations, but the kicker is I set low expectations for Guardians, too. So the odd thing with both of my game of the years, which you can't really argue it against each other because they're the same situation, I didn't really think either would be all that good. And then they were so good that they, blew my mind. So maybe I should give it to, Ratchet and Clank because, it's going to be good. You set reasonable expectations, and then it matches them because it's a really good game. Well, it's an interesting question. I'm not going to do the Game of the Year awards the same way I did them last year because those were wasted videos, but maybe we'll do some live streams / the Save Point podcast on the Saturdays. We'll do some Game of the Year stuff through those. I think that would make more sense. But yeah, so Life is Strange and Guardians are probably top 2. But Life is Strange was just so... And if you throw in the Steph DLC, and then you had a little bit of Rachel Chloe action going on there, that was... Huh? Barely. They really made me feel they were going to be in it physically. And maybe I shouldn't have gotten that excited, but I saw your video on Lego Star Wars, and the release is April 5th. That's the release at the NVIDIA or GeForce, the GeForce thing. But that's just a leak. That doesn't have to be true. If you say that, then you should say that Gotham Knights comes out in March, and Hogwarts comes out in April, and what are other ones that don't make sense? Destroy All Humans 2's remake comes out, and then 2 months later, Destroy All Humans 3 comes out. That's going to... So, I like I have it actually saved. I don't have many bookmarks on my computer. The GeForce leak is one of the bookmarks I have. But I don't believe most of the release dates in it. Yeah, it's fine. It's literally the Google document thing. The new Spider-Man voice in Avengers sounds like Ryan Reynolds. It kind of does, mixed with a 12-year-old kid. Off subject, do you think NetherRealm will reveal something during the Game Awards? Only if the game comes out this upcoming, May, which I don't think it will. I feel like the plan would be next year, 2022, Hogwarts, Gotham Knights, Lego Star Wars, Suicide Squad maybe. And then the following year would be Monolith's game, NetherRealm's game, Suicide Squad if it gets pushed, and it would be like that. So you'd have 2 years of pretty big games back to back. That's my opinion on it. So I don't think they will because I think it comes out in 2023. I'm thinking about going to get the remake of Pokemon next week. Yeah, we are. We bought a lot of editions. We bought a lot of copies of it, but only one for us. And I don't know. Is Christy excited for it? She's excited. She nodded her head yes. So that must mean she's pumped. Huh? What? You're gonna play it. I would say I would play it, but you would. There's been one. I am more excited for Battlefield than Pokemon, but I mean to compare them would be stupid, so I'm not gonna do that. Life is Strange: True Colors is easily Game of the Year for me. Yeah, see, I'm not alone. And not to get political, but I will get political. And yes, I will. In terms of going girl power and stuff, this is how you do it. It's not let's make our character. It doesn't even have to be a female. The whole idea of let's make the character this or that just for that reason. And you're supposed to like them for that reason, not because they're a good character. True Colors did it right. I don't care what Alex is. I don't care what Steph is, what they identify as, gender, and literally anything. The fact is, it's a great character. They're great stories, emotion. You can relate even if you're not literally that person. You know what I mean? So they nailed it. Whereas I think Life is Strange 2, and I'll stop it there. Life is Strange 2 was pathetic in that way. Oh yeah, I don't say certain things. Oh yeah, true. I wish some of them were true, like Gotham Knights. Yeah, I mean, I believe a lot of the games on that leak, but I don't believe a lot of the release dates on the leak. Let me ask you guys one more time, or we'll end it in maybe 20 or so more minutes. But make sure you guys are leaving a like on your way in or on your way out. What game are you most looking forward to? In general, Hogwarts or God of War, Ragnarok. But in terms of, but I don't really go bait. People ask me that all the time. I don't like. Yeah, Hogwarts is definitely, I think, my most anticipated. But I don't like saying. I like doing it like what's next. Dad, you mean Kratos? But yeah, I like to just go what's next. So like Battlefield is next. That's the one for me. Or like Halo Infinite would be the one after that. So I kind of go in order. Like February has like Life is Strange remastered and Dying Light and Horizon and Sifu and yeah. I mean, I'm just so like I kind of just go in order of game because there's too many games to pick one. Did the Avengers Spider-Man reveal feel slow in terms of animation speed? It sure did. I've never seen Spider-Man move slower, like at all. I'm not saying that's a bad. Oh, that's another one. Oh, Jesus Christ, that comes out on the 30th. We'll see. I do think I'll play it. Now that I'm an adult, I'm trying to convince my mother for a loan on a Switch this Christmas. Wow. I don't know. When do you think God of War Ragnarok will come out? I'm still kind of debating. Obviously, there's a lot to lean on that maybe it is like April, May, but I felt really good back forever when I said the fall. I feel like it would make more sense for it to be Sony's big fall game next year because they don't have one at all this year. They did have them last year. 2 years ago, they didn't have anything in the fall. 2019. Historically, they had Death Stranding, and that was it. When will you make this video? My favorite and least favorite movies ever made. Maybe around Christmas time. I don't every December, most of the time, you either get with me, like there'll be a movie that comes out that I would cover a lot. Like 2 years ago was Rise of Skywalker. If you can believe it, it's only been 2 years since that atrocious disaster. And so I'll have a lot of videos for that. But then I always do hit a time in late December, early January where there's like nothing to talk about. And normally I waste my own time by making these videos that nobody watches. And I need to get better at that. So this year, honestly, my plan is to like try to really focus and think of videos. Okay, like these ones are cool. Maybe they are a little different, but like this is something people may find interesting or like because there's nothing else to talk about. I don't want to make 0 videos. I can never do that anyway. Christy would want me to make 0 videos, but we got to make a little money too. You have to remember, right? With Halo Infinite multiplayer armor taking inspiration from other cultures, do you have a particular culture you want converted into an armor? I always like the samurai stuff, but I think they already do that. But so that would be the thing. I think, isn't that in the beta? I think so. That would be the one for me. I love samurais and like Ghost of Tsushima kind of stuff. So yeah, I would like that as a skin or something in that way. I'm pumped. I don't. That's the thing though with Halo, even really with any game. I've said it before. Like I'm not into that kind of stuff all that much. Like for Halo Infinite multiplayer, I just want to get in, play. I like Forge and the idea of like making your own stuff and playing other people's creation. But really, I could play like team deathmatch my entire life. For a game. Even like Battlefield, Portal seems really cool, and I'm excited to play what other people make, but I could just play Conquest forever. That's it's kind of boring, but that's kind of what I've done. Any interesting VR games coming out? Got a VR headset as a present, even though I've never played VR at all. Well, Beat Saber's always one of the best games you could ever get in VR. I don't think, Resident Evil, when does Resident Evil 4's VR come out? Because that's definitely one of them. That'll be a big thing next year because PlayStation VR 2 or PS5 VR, whatever it's going to be called, that'll be out next year. And we will see if Sony can make some cool games. Sony's first-party VR games have been really cool. So that'll be something to watch next year. But I don't really think there's anything all that much right now. I definitely will watch that video. Well, thank you. People say, I'm not saying, I know you will, but that's the tough thing with YouTube. People will ask for things, and I know they will watch, a video like a more niche or smallerish video. Even a video gets 200, 300, 400 views. Like, that's still 200, 300, 400 people watching, which I think people kind of forget. Even when you have like millions of people that watch, and then you make a video that gets like 200,000, it's like that's still people, watching it. It's just the numbers look bad compared to the rest, and it's like, oh, maybe people don't want them, but people do. It's just not everybody, and that's the stupid tough thing with YouTube. But remember, you can't dislike anymore, so what's the point anyway? I beat Guardians of the Galaxy. That game was awesome. Yeah, an incredible game. Incredible. I hope we get some team-up games close to the Guardians of the Galaxy game. Yeah, Amy Hennig's game, hopefully being a Fantastic Four game would be sweet. I'd really like that and want that to be it, to kind of complement it. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is very much a complement to it, just in DC. So I think there's a lot of options. X-Men, I don't know why some people haven't made, or why nobody has made select games, will always confuse me and actually maybe even make me mad. Like, if you think about, here we are with DC, and we still don't have not just a Superman game, because everybody knows that, right? But they haven't made a Wonder Woman game. Going back to the female thing, do you know how big a Wonder Woman game would be? And the times now, sure, 1984 was complete garbage, but Gal Gadot, this is the time. Not with her, but now's the time to make a Wonder Woman game. I just don't know. The licensing stops it. You can't pitch things. What's the issue? How come nobody can figure this stuff out? But it's the same thing with movies. Why can't people just figure out certain things? And they always figure it out too late. They'll figure stuff out, when it's too late. I don't know. Even here's an idea. Walk into a movie studio and say, convince Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire to make a Spider-Man 4. With the multiverse and with, No Way Home, it'll definitely be possible. Just do it. That'll be a $1 billion film. It just will. Why hasn't anybody thought of that? Or does it just get stopped somewhere in the industry? These people are idiots. They are. A lot of them are stupid. Same thing with Pirates. For the love of, I know the Johnny Depp stuff, but you could do a prequel of Barbossa or Davy Jones and make it a small budget. It would probably make money. You could even do a Jack Sparrow prequel, put it in theaters, make it for half the budget. You'd make $400 to $500 million. The budget would be $100 million. You'd literally make $100 million off of that idea. There's your idea. It's so easy, and they'll realize it. Don't need Spider-Man 4. Yeah, but you don't need it. But do you want Eternals instead? Is that what you want? Because I don't think anybody asked for that. I don't know. I just want a decent Iron Man game. Me too. I've been not pitching, but I've been wanting a Iron Man game for a while. The VR one aside, because the VR one's actually kind of solid. Oh, hi, Alex. It's been a long time since I entered one of your live streams. What's up, good sir? I recognize your name. I can never say it. Allman Sour? But I do remember you. Rather see something new than something already done. I guess, but you can see something. I didn't say make Spider-Man 4 the same as the first 3. You make a new movie. I'm just saying. These are just easy. And I guess even some of these are going down the nostalgia thing, because here's the thing. you say that, and I agree. I want new things too. But the thing is, it couldn't be more clear. Disney, Marvel, like they're not necessarily nostalgia baiting, but they lean so heavily on what people like to introduce new things. They already do that, but then they just don't make the best products, or at least maybe they're going to go down that path. So, like a new team instead of another bad Spider-Man film. But a lot of people love the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man films, just not 3. With films now peaking around 500 mil in the box office, film budgets will be cut in half. I don't think they'll be cut in half. I think there'll be less movies that get greenlit, which is also kind of a bad idea because, well, it may be good because then, like, you would imagine only good ideas make it through. But sadly, as we know, that's not how it works. Bad ideas make it through. Good ideas, conceptually good ideas, or ideas that are more risks, they get left on the floor. You know what I mean? So I'm all for budgets getting slashed or creativity taking over and just requiring less money. But the odds are you're just going to see less chances being taken, which is kind of anti what I just said. You want chances to be taken. It's rough. I don't know. I know my reviews of certain movies on the channel haven't been well received, but I do think movies in general, have gone down in quality gigantically the past 10 years, but like a lot, maybe besides Marvel. But I don't even know. I don't think they're the greatest movies ever created anyway. But I really think just quality of movies in general past 10, 15 years has plummeted. And I think it's going to literally continue to I don't think it's going to get better for like a long time. And maybe that's, me being pessimistic or whatever, but and I know there's like good indies and good foreign films. Like I get that, but I don't see why we can't have good. I don't like any other movies. Why can't we have good? Like it doesn't. That same thing for games. Like if Japanese games were the only good games, which they're definitely top tier, I would say Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy. But then everything else sucks, and you're like, well, you got Japanese games. Well, can we have good Westernized games too, or like is that too much to ask? Like, we're not? It's not like we're paying for them or anything, right? Buying systems, controllers, subscription services. It's not like we do anything. So stupid. I honestly don't think Guardians of the Galaxy deserves a game. Oh my god. Well, the game was very good. I don't know if I would have given it a game, but now that it got one, I'm very happy about it. So I don't know about that. Your first pronunciation of my name was correct. Mansour. Good. Are you a fan of The Matrix, and how do you feel about the new one that's about to release? I don't know if I consider myself a fan. I mean, I, for the first time, watched 2 and 3. I have watched 1 before, but we watched 1 through 3, maybe 2 months ago? She had to explain the whole plot to me. I liked 1. Well, 1 is very good. Like, you can see it now, how good it is. And I can't even imagine seeing it back then and the quality. But 1 is so good. 2 and 3 are decent, but man, they took it in a direction that I would never have done that myself. 3 was all over the 3, and Neo was not even like in 3. Yeah, so I'm not a fan of that. And the new one looks good, but the directors, they've never made anything good ever since, you could argue, after the first Matrix. So I don't know if we can trust them. So I don't know. I'm going to watch it. I mean, it's going to be on HBO Max. There's easy ways of getting that. So, yeah. And a lot of people like Fast and Furious doesn't mean they're right. But Fast and Furious is just dumb fun. And I understand that about Godzilla vs. Kong. If you want to come at me with Godzilla vs. Kong is dumb fun, fine. I said that in the review. Am not a huge fan of Fast and Furious, especially the last movie's trying to bring dead people from another universe or timeline. Well, it's not from another universe, but I mean, they did bring people back. There's a lot of great foreign films. It's mostly U.S. film quality that's gone down. I said that already. Personally, I think studios will go for quantity over quality, with only a few being true gems. That's kind of the way it is now, or at least it was over the last, say, 5-10 years. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really think they go for quality. Yeah, that's what you said. I don't think they go for quality. I think they kind of just shoot things. They go for what they perceive as quality, or perceive as like, I don't know, what's right politically at the time, all those kind of things. There are good Western games. I know. Arthur, do you listen? I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm into more games. It'd be like saying there's no good Western games. That's what I'm saying. Is there any chance we would see a new Uncharted game teaser or trailer, or will they wait till after the movie? I would do it at the same time as the movie. I mean, yeah, I don't think waiting till after the movie is smart. I'm just kind of I feel aggressive today. But I would do it before the movie comes out. Announce a remake, announce a new game. Well, they are. I mean, the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection, whatever it's called. The name's kind of weird. I don't really like the remaster collection name. I also don't like that it's only 4 and Lost Legacy. I mean, I will play it, and I love Lost Legacy, and 4 is my favorite one, but I kind of want all of them. And I really want the multiplayer. You're right. Christy said, I don't get what I want, and that couldn't be more true. Because of YouTube. We don't have an Xbox. YouTube's getting rid of dislikes. We have Eternals out, and Scream doesn't have a season 3. I mean, literally just everything is... Huh? Everything is against me. Everything's against me. There are a lot of great movies which they touching you in the feels. Well, that's kind of weird how you said that. But some, they want to do live action movies, ruin the first experience of the OG movies or series. Yeah, it is a lot of that. It's a lot of just ruining what's come before. That's one of the biggest problems. I don't mind 7, 8, 9 of Star Wars, but you had to ruin Star Wars in the process, which is kind of an issue. And yeah, a lot of the reboots don't work. That's the thing. Why do I not want Sydney to leave after Scream 5 and maybe be around for Scream 6? Well, here's an idea, or here's a thought. What if the new characters in 5 aren't all that good? Then you... Or, yes, well, I was going to say that. If the characters say, the new characters like Sam, what if she sucks? We don't know. So if she sucks, you're leaving us with her for Scream 6. Why don't you keep Sydney around just in case something like that happens? Or, like Christy said, you could just stop, but here's the thing with Hollywood, is they don't stop, no matter what, except if you're Pirates of the Caribbean. then you're dead. If you're Johnny Depp, you're literally dead. They literally will not stop franchises that need to die ages ago and ruin themselves in the making, but they'll stop Pirates. Funny. Fast and Furious peaked at 6. Can we be fair with that? 5? Tokyo Drift? Well, Tokyo Drift was kind of that pause of Fast and Furious. If you were to make a game, what would it be? Well, I would steal. I do get asked this every time. This is a good video that would probably get 400 views because the people that ask would watch, and then I'm not like making fun of people that ask, because I think you guys would watch. I think other people wouldn't watch. No, I'd steal. Oh, a different person. Yeah, I mean, they're great. I like being at. Look, I'll be honest, a dream of mine would be to like control a game at some point in my life. I know there's people on YouTube that go on YouTube and then they do other things with their life after. I don't really want to stop doing YouTube like ever, and I'm definitely not at that point and probably won't be for 3 to 5 years at least. But I'd love to. I mean, well, an Uncharted game I'd love to do. Sly I'd love to do. A Pirates of the Caribbean, like a Pirates, like an open world RPG, like a Witcher thing for pirates. I'd love to do something like that. So I'm not really that creative in like new ideas, but I could not ruin franchises. Oh, give me a Scream, like a episodic Telltale kind of thing for Scream. I would do that in a heartbeat. So I feel like I just wouldn't ruin franchises, but maybe don't put me in charge of like a new franchise. Is that fair? I could ruin it, but I mean, I would bet on myself. 2021 has been a good year for movies, in my opinion. Yeah. Hi, Dark Nightmare. What's up, buddy? How will the movie industry be fixed then in terms of quality? I mean, management, irrespective to industry, is messing up a lot these days. Yeah. I don't know. You need to focus on the creativity. You need to focus on not being in the right political spectrum. Those are two big things. And I'd even say, maybe some people would come across, would say, no, I would say maybe it would come across as lazy, but I really do think just banking on those easy ideas is so simple. What's a movie? Politics for the, yeah. Well, you can have politics in your movie, but the idea is politics ruin a lot of movies now. Um, and I think you could have wrong politics in anything or right politics. It's not up to them to know what it is. That's the thing too. They pretend to know what's right and what's wrong, but that's aside. No, I think just kind of banking on creativity, slashing those budgets. You would need to slash budgets. Stop putting so much into these top tier actors and actresses. Try to find kind of like that new wave of, which I think they try to always do. But I feel like we're kind of at a point where we're trying to like make people like in their 30s and 40s last forever, even though normally you'd probably be moving on from them. We're trying to make them last forever. So I feel like that maybe is going to bite Hollywood in the next like 5 to 10 years when they don't have that next wave of talent. So yeah, I don't know. Those would be the things I would do, and bank on the easy, like I said, like just easy ideas that are there. That I don't know why they sound so bad to some people, but they would definitely do good. Beyond Good and Evil 2 will be canceled here soon. Calling it now. Yeah, you see that tweet I put out? Oh yeah, I think you messaged right on it. Yeah, that sucks, but at the same time, keeping with the pessimistic tone of the live stream, Ubisoft is dropping the ball in every aspect imaginable, so it's probably best, much like maybe if you're a Star Wars fan or if you're a fan of certain franchises that have been killed recently, it's probably best if you like a Ubisoft franchise to just kind of separate yourself from it, because chances are, if you liked Assassin's Creed, good for you, I loved it too, but it seems like it's going to die. Far Cry seems like it'll die. Watch Dogs, if you did ever like Watch Dogs, Beyond Good and Evil, Splinter Cell. Yeah. My expectations are No, Cyberpunk was last year. Can you believe it's been a year since Cyberpunk? Wow. I can't believe it's been a year since PS5. My expectations are super, super low for the Uncharted movie. I'm hopeful, but I don't know. What do you think? I think my expectations are higher than they should be. But I also got mad at it because of the way that the movie is trying to be. I'll stand on what I said. They pitched this movie. This is not wrong. This is factually correct. They pitched the movie on it's like it helps the games. Like it's a story that like the games are happening and the movie's not going to intrude upon the games. That's what they said. So it's not telling the games differently. It's we're going to do our thing in the universe like a prequel, but we're not going to touch what the games did. That's what it was pitched on. Now, instead, now they lied because they're not doing that. They're saying, well, we're going to take the plane from 3 and we're just going to use it. We're going to do the Chloe thing. That's fine. The Chloe thing you could have done and that would have been totally cool. But just Sully without a mustache, Sully and Nate the first time they met, that's been done. We know how that happened. So now they're retconning the game, and the response from people is they're not retconning it. They're the games are its own thing and the movie is its own thing. Fine, but they lied to you. They lied to me because that's not what they said. So I'm kind of PO'd about that, and I'm not going to let that go because that's not what they said. But at the same time, I think it could be pretty solid fun, like if you go in with the right expectations. Okay, I'm going to rapid fire these last group, and then we'll end it. What if Sid is the killer? No, I hate those theories. I hate them so much. I want to make a Scream video on like theories I hate, but I feel like I want to make people very mad because I hate the idea that Sydney could ever be the killer. I hate the idea that the killer is her child with Billy. Those are the two theories I despise. But I feel like if you say that out loud, people are going to get really offended. But it's like, just think about it. Sydney being the killer makes no sense. It's a stupid idea. And her being pregnant with Billy's son and then giving them up for adoption. And like, when does that happen in the timeline? And then that kid being the killer, does that make any sense to anybody? Like, those are just very bad theories that I would never want. And I'm not saying this to you, but I think if I said that in the video, which I kind of want to, I feel like people wouldn't like it. Why isn't there a Metroid movie? Samus could easily be the new Sigourney Weaver. Yeah, Weaver. Why not? Why? Because she doesn't talk much, probably, is the idea. Do we really need a Mario movie? No, we do not. What do you think Naughty Dog's new game will be? I don't know. Sci-fi? I know I don't know what the movie is that they said that they're like modeling the new game after, but I'd like a sci-fi, or the rumor was medieval, but I think that was kind of debunked. Episodic games should just stop. They kind of have. A little late to the party, I know. No worries. The Telltale games are the same gameplay-wise and not much there story-wise. I guess. But there's some really... Think back to how good The Walking Dead Season 1 was, though. And Wolf Among Us. And Batman Season 2. There's some really good ones in there. I hate politics in movies. It's propaganda and pushes an agenda. I think you can have it, but you need to be very careful, and I don't think anybody's careful or does it well most times. Do you think there's a Batman Beyond game in the works right now? No. I do believe it was canceled, but I think that WB Montreal could go back to it. But that's what I would say. Barely anybody watches kaiju and slasher films for the plot. I think people watch like a Scream for the plot. I'd say. I would say generic slashers. No, you don't. But slashers that are a little bit more meta, like. I think Scream's a little bit different. It's dumb that game companies think NFTs are a good idea. Agreed. They'll find out real soon. They're idiots. What do you think of the upcoming Sifu info? What do you think is going to happen with it? I have no idea. It has a release date. We've seen a lot from it. So the only thing could be it releasing on more platforms, which isn't going to happen. Or maybe like a demo or a beta, but like it's a single player game. So like, will it get a beta? So I don't know. I actually don't understand or know what they could do that would make it so special. But maybe that it's nominated for the Game Award. I was that the first thing I thought of was that they know they're nominated for like most anticipated game of next year. And like they're trying to draw up hype for that. That's what I thought. And maybe that is what it is. But I don't know what else it could be. I really don't know. So yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Monday, I'll co-stream the Microsoft event. So if you guys want to watch the Xbox 20th anniversary thing, we'll watch it here. If Halo comes out, I'll be playing it, and I'll make some videos for like the next day and stuff. And then next Friday, probably we'll live stream Battlefield. If Halo is out, I don't really know what the heck. Maybe the week after, maybe for like Black Friday, we could do Halo or something. I don't know. But we'll figure it out. So thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. And hope to see you all on the next one.